Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today let's talk about how the wrong relationship can ruin your life as a man. So listen, I'm talking to guys here in this video. I'm talking to guys who want more out of life as it pertains to your finances, as it pertains to your health, as it pertains to your trajectory, as far as your ability to own property, as far as your ability to have assets, potentially own a business and live a life of freedom and financial abundance. So if that's you, the women you choose, the women you are with can either destroy you or help you, right? And a lot of times we as guys, we're brought up mostly by our moms, right? Like in this day and age, a lot of us are brought up, let's be honest, by single moms, right? And a lot of us are mama's boys. A lot of us are, we see women as a way to relate. We see women as like gods, basically, right? We're fixated on looks. Think of social media, right? Everything is so sexualized, right? And we see women as like the thing to go after, right? Like we see women as, a lot of guys, right, see women as the thing to go after. Like even today, it's funny, at work, like, this kid who has been working here for like a few weeks, he's like, where the bitch gonna be at today? And it's like, in my head, I know he's fucking around, but it's like, hey, you gotta really ask yourself, where's the money at today, right? Because someone like him, it's like, I'm not shitting on him, but he calls out, he shows up late, so it's like, hey man, you're worried about girls, but you don't even have a car, right? Where the bitch is at? Where's your car at? Right? Where's your where's your savings at? Like where's that? I don't care where the girls are. I want to know, where are you at? That's where I want to know, right? And like I said, I'm not trying to shit on him, but let's be real. A lot of guys, even, especially younger guys, fall prey to this. Older guys too, but I think a lot of younger guys, especially in our generation with social media, fall prey to this. Like women are just seen as the thing to pursue, right? Oh yeah, man, like in high school, like it's a big trap too, high school and college. Like what are parties centered around? Parties are centered around guys and girls trying to get laid, right? That's it. Drinks, it's not about drinks. Drinks are just added flavor to the overall theme of who's trying to get laid, right? So guys, you got to be very privy to this at a young age and realize that women aren't all that special, right? And that's not to say that they're not valuable or that you can't love them, but putting them on such a high pedestal is going to absolutely deter you in everything you do, because you're always going to be looking at women for their looks. You're going to be looking at them for sex, right? Getting that good feeling, those good feelings. And, if that's what you're centered on, right, even if your business or your money is centered on that, right, you're gonna end up failing in the long run. Because no matter what, if you look at a woman for her looks and ignore her character trait, ignore her virtues, ignore her ability to be supportive and be feminine and kind, then if you overlook all those things, you're setting yourself up for a very difficult life. And especially guys who want to be financially successful, right? You guys are some of you guys, not all you guys, but I think I see a lot of guys, like, it's like you want to be financially successful, but you're still fucking with girls who wake up at 12 in the afternoon, right? And smoke weed or just drink or vape, like eat fucking bags of chips. And it's like, bro, like, yeah, she looks pretty and everything, but she's a loser inside. So it's like how can you value that, right? And these are the girls that are oftentimes, they're pretty, but they have poor habits, right? But a lot of guys are drooling over these girls because they're pretty, and it's like, who cares? They're not gonna offer anything to you, right? And that's the tough thing. That's the toughest conversation to have, because the sexual urge is so strong, and the visual aspect of our being as guys is so strong, and so we're so enticed by looks that it's hard to override that and say, hey, no, I'm gonna be looking for a girl who maybe is like a 6 or 7 and can offer me the things that would lead to more abundance, more wealth, and an easier, less headaches existence, right? I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to deal with all the crap that comes with dating a 9 or 10, right? Now, I know they're beautiful, and I know that, some guys want trophy wives, and some guys just want to indulge in that, and everything, and just, be so mesmerized by her booty shaking up and down when you're going in it. But at the end of the day, man, if that ends in divorce, if that ends in alimony, or that ends in child support, was it really worth it? Right? If you have a kid, she leaves you, now you have 18 years of child support. That booty was really good, right? That booty was really good. Now you're a slave for the next 18 years. So think again. Next time you want to look at these 9s and 10s and go crazy in them, and indulge in those looks, right? Just remember, right, that what could possibly lead to that. And then again, am I saying that all girls are like that? No, of course not. But I would argue that the girls who do have those good looks are the majority when it comes to the ones who end up screwing guys over, right? And you can just look all over social media to prove this. Look at all the prettiest girls and celebrity girls and like girls who date guys who are successful. Like, you see a lot of them are the ones that are gold diggers. You see that those are a lot of the ones that end up divorcing them, that end up taking their money, that end up leaving after having a kid, right? So I'm just telling you guys to be careful, right? Obviously you want to wear protection, whoever you're dealing with, if it's a pretty girl, if it's not a pretty girl. But when you're dating girls, it's important to use discernment, right? It's important to use your judgment. Like, I've gone on a lot of dates with girls who are 8s, 9s, right? And I just realized, like, she's great and everything, but I can tell, like, this isn't gonna lead to anything that's gonna help me, right? And I'm sorry, and again, this might be an egotistical thing to say, but I always operate like I'm the prize, right? And I don't think you want to hear what I have to. I mean, you've probably heard what I'm about to say, but as a guy, you have to do all these things, right? So if she's already thinking like she's the prize, right, that's gonna immediately cause discord, right? And as a guy, you can't tolerate that. You can't override that, or you can't overlook that just because she looks pretty. You can't overlook her boss bitch mentality just because you want to get inside her, right? And that's really what it comes down to, right? If you were to look at most of the problems in relationships when it comes to pretty girls and guys, right, that's what it comes down to. It really comes down to that there is a discord. There's no clear intention with how they're going to date, how they're going to court, how they're going to see their future, how they could potentially raise children, how they're going to look at their money, right? They ignore all of that, right? And the guy is just so horny to get inside that, he ends up having a kid, and now the girl didn't change just because the sex is good. A lot of guys think that just because the sex is good, that means the relationship's good. That doesn't mean the relationship's good, right? The sex can be okay, but the relationship can be great, right? So you got to be very privy. You got to use your discernment, and you got to look for the right things, right? And unfortunately, it's very unfortunate, but our parents and our fathers should be the ones, who are supposed to tell us what to look for. But in our world right now, we don't have a lot of guidance when it comes to how to deal with one another at all. I mean, I talk a lot about financial freedom and money and all this stuff, but as far as relationships go, we have very bad training wheels when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex for both. Right? I'm not going to sit here and say it's one or the other. For both. I'm talking about guys here, but the training wheels are shit, right? Are absolute shit. We don't know what to look for. We don't know where to go to meet the type of woman we want, right? And, are there good girls in the city? Yes. Are you likely to find good girls in the city? I would argue no. So, I mean, you have to be very aware of what's out there, aware of how the ego works, how power dynamics works in relationships, and be careful, right? And do not place such a high pedestal on getting laid. If you can take that out, that's why I'm so a big advocate of semen retention, because if you can take the sexual act out of yourself, then it puts the sexual act itself on it takes it off the pedestal. If you take masturbation away and that rush and the pursuit of that high that you get when you masturbate, it won't be so enticing anymore when you're out and about to look at girls and be so quick to jump on who's the most prettiest, right? So yeah, choose the right woman, right? Look for girls who are submissive, feminine, who might not be a 9, who might not be a 10, but who are willing to support you, who are loving, who care, right? Who have a higher IQ, right? That's part of the equation too, right? And if you are able to find that, you have stumbled upon gold, right? Even in the Bible, it says a man who stumbles upon a wife has found a good thing, right? So if you have found that, consider yourself lucky, consider yourself blessed by God, right? So anyways, guys, that's it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. And as always, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.